Girl, it's good to see ya.
It's nice to see you too. Can you hear me okay?
I sure can. I sure can. Oh, thank you for being here, honey. I appreciate it. I know your time is valuable.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited that you asked me to come aboard and to do
Absolutely.
this with me.
Absolutely. Yes. Okay. So, first and foremost, have I paid you to be here or have I prepped you with your questions and answers?
No.
Okay. So, it's painless, honey. It's totally painless. Um, but I want the audience to definitely know that this is just off the cuff conversation. Let's start with, when did you join the bakery?
I joined in August of last year.
Okay, so you're about 6 months in, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. Yeah, about 6 months in, way through. Um, and where were you in your business before you started the bakery?
Honestly, I was doing it for over 10 years part-time. And the company I worked for kind of downsized. So the showroom that I managed just, kind of closed. So that's when I decided to go full time. And I heard about your bakery through another designer. And
Okay.
that's why I joined. Yeah, I did the a whole rolling in the dough. And
Mhm.
then I was just like, this cannot be real. I mean, she's giving away all this content.
I know,
So
right?
I just happened to talk to another designer that I worked with that came to our studio, and she was like, "Oh yeah, she's the real thing." And as soon as she said that, I literally went on the website and went ahead and
Signed up.
joined. Mhm.
Yay, 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 yay. Who was the other, bleh.
Tanya Komar.
Yes,
Komar.
yes, yes, yes. Did you see she has a book out?
Yes, yes, I have the book. Yeah, we work very closely together. She used to come in and out of our studio.
Oh,
Um,
she's
and
beautiful.
I reached out to her. I was like, "Is this legit?" And she's like, "Yes, it is." And I was so thankful to her. And as a result, I've just been telling everybody about
Oh, thank you.
this. Yeah.
It's so much, so very much appreciated. And that's, for y'all in the audience, this we want to create raving fans. Okay, same thing for your interior design clients. You want them to be raving fans, and I couldn't do that as a business coach if we didn't deliver. And my reputation would be shot in the market pretty quickly because it's a relatively small industry. Okay, so you'd been in business for 10 years. Was your business profitable and part-time, and then you jumped right in? Um, was your business profitable, or did you just start your business when you joined the bakery? Like,
No, my business was profitable.
mm,
I wanted to reach the six figures or more. So that's what kind of, enticed me into doing the bakery. Plus, I'm also a member of ASID, but it's kind of hard to get other designers to talk about what they do in their business. And since I was doing this full time, I was like, so how do you charge? How do you do certain projects? I just needed to know all the ins and outs. And after doing rolling with the dough, I was like, this is incredible. Like, this is more information I've gotten, since I started doing this
yeah.
part time.
In
So it was a
in
no
my
brainer.
opinion, Felicia, I think a lot of it is that the people that we ask, because I did the same thing. I was asking other designers, like, how do you do this and how do you do that? I think that the industry as a whole is relatively tight-lipped, okay, because we don't want to share. But also, I think that, and tell me your thoughts. Most designers don't know what the hell they're doing. They just look like they do.
I definitely have come across that. I've come
Yeah,
across that. And I did not want to be somebody that was just all over the place. And I'm talking to Tanya about it. I also wanted the mindset, and that's why she pushed me to do your program.
oh yeah.
And I was like, this is awesome. Because you know how she's all about the mental with it, and then also the delivery of it. So it's not just it's some fake it till you make it, but it's also knowing what to expect. And so you can go in there with confidence when you meet with your clients.
Absolutely. So what aspect of the bakery, in addition to Nicole and her training on mindset and confidence, what aspect of the bakery do you feel like um, added more confidence to your day-to-day approach?
Oh my gosh, just the trainings alone. that
Mhm.
you have us do. The material that you provide allows me to have it, streamlined when I see my clients. The 16 step, oh my goodness, when you put that out, I was like, this is I mean, it was just like mind blown because it just helped me to streamline what I do for my clients and help me to be more organized so I don't feel as antsy. And then Sarah, I mean, she's just great with the social media because that in itself can be very overwhelming trying to go out there and post. So there's not just one, it's just so much content that helped me to get that confidence to grow. And
Mhm.
um, I do have like a couple projects in the making now, big ones. So fingers crossed.
Yep. Yes, sending extra prayers.
I do my SOW, my presentation in a week or so. So we'll see. Yeah.
That's exciting. That's
I know
very,
it is.
yeah. So let me ask you kind of an unusual question. Okay, so if you hadn't joined the bakery, where do you think you would be today if you were talking to another audience?
I think
And
I've been spending
the truth.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot out here. There's a lot that you can do as far as not just managing your own business, but just, trying to get new clients. So, and that's what I was trying to get. I was trying to get my ideal client. Um, doing this part-time, I was just taking whatever came and trying to manage it.
Yeah.
And it was, but I also felt that it was kind of taking over. So when I decided to do this full time, I knew I need to have a game plan in place. And Michelle, I mean, this program, I tell designers all the time, you need help. You should do this because it helps you to streamline that process. It helps you as a designer to be creative instead of worrying about the other stuff on the
That
back
is
end.
a great statement. I've never really thought about that, but it does free up a lot of brain power to do what you love doing and not worry about the business aspect.
Yeah. Even
Yes.
me doing this part-time, it was like, I was so antsy about when do I send a memo? How can I reach out to these people? Or when can
Yes.
I do this on social media? You have the processes already in place and you're just sharing what you do. And I'm just implementing that into my business so it feels comfortable. And it just helps me to now sit down and say, oh, I could do this for this client without worrying about what's going on in the back end because I know I have those checks and balances. So it's just awesome.
Oh, I love hearing that. I love hearing that. Um, I know one of the biggest obstacles every workshop that we do, or just in general, is the investment for the bakery. To this workshop, we have it at $800 a month and $8,640 if you pay in full. What are your thoughts on that 6 months in to having that committed to that spend?
Worth every penny. Yeah,
Yay.
I'll be honest, I was really skeptical about paying so much, and I was really scared that I wouldn't, um, be able to do it, but, I'm a strong believer if you build it, it will come, and after speaking to the designer that went through the bakery before me, I was just like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take a leap of faith, and I'm gonna say I started in August. So September, I wanna say by October, it was definitely before Christmas. I was just like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I stumbled across it."
Yeah.
This is awesome. Yeah, yeah. So
I'm so
it's
glad.
definitely worth every penny. And that's what I tell people. It's an investment.
Mhm.
But if you build it, they will come and you
Yeah,
can
Kevin
definitely
Costner in that movie back in the day said it. What was that, Field of Dreams?
build a dream.
This
Yes.
is the bakery of design. The kitchen of creativity. So did you make your investment back within a few months, or are you still working on that? Like, where are you with that return?
It's ironic because I still had my part-time clients. So what I try to do is implement some of the things that you did. And um I did kind of make it back. I would say at least 3 or 4 months, but I didn't start seeing the return until just recently because I've now gotten referrals due to social media. By using Sidemark and doing email lists, some of my old clients were like, "Oh, so you are still doing this?" And they have referred me to,
You're
yeah,
using
I mean,
Fiverr. Yay. So Ben's going to start teaching on that even more in the bakery.
yes.
So
I,
you'll see it come through.
Yeah, I've actually reached out to him because it's like now I see how it comes full circle, which is something again, nobody tells you. It's kind of like you're out there learning on your own. So that's why I love you for this.
Well, you're the one doing all the hard work. Thank you so much. Like, I am so excited and so proud of you for everything that you have just like put your nose to the grindstone and gotten shit done. And I mean, I hope you're proud of yourself.
I am too. And there's so much content out there. It's like once you get busy, it's kind of hard to go, but I'm constantly going back into the bakery
You see why it's a
to pull
year.
stuff out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I know why it's a
Yeah.
year. It's great. Yes.
Yeah. There's a lot of people who are like, well, if I just need it for 3 or 4 months, can I just get 3 or 4 months worth of it? I'm like, nope, baby. Because you have to learn it and understand it and breathe it enough to be able to really benefit from it.
Yeah, it took me 3 or 4 months to actually see the benefit.
Mm-hmm.
So to see the return, to see the other clients knocking at my door because of things that I put in place, I probably would have never put in place or known how to put in place if it wasn't for you.
Yeah. And the badass master coaches.
That's that
Yeah.
in itself is like,
I know, right? That in itself. Um, wait, I was going to ask you one last question. Pricing. Did that exercise, like the whole pricing module, was that something new to you, something familiar since you'd been doing it for a while? Did it change your perspective or anything along that line? What do you have to say about that?
that changed my perspective because if you don't remember earlier, I was doing this part-time. And my question to other designers is, how do you charge? Like I always charge an hourly fee, and I always felt like I was putting in double the work. And you
Yeah.
have to understand, I'm doing this part-time, so I'm working a full-time job. I'm coming home, managing client loads, and then Saturdays and Sundays were spent. And I'm like, look, there has to be a better way. And it was just like crickets, or nobody knew. So
Right.
when you first went over that and rolling in the dough, I was just like, oh, this is good. And then
Uh-huh.
when you really went into it in the bakery, I was like, oh my gosh, mind blown.
Mm-hmm.
This is perfect how I should charge. So what I've done is kind of streamline the types of services that I offer. So I know what to charge for what they want. And if they want like a full remodel kitchen, I can tell them, okay, I'm gonna price you out per square foot. And I also memorize the furniture. That's one thing I never thought about doing is selling furniture. And I'm always telling people, we can get it here, we can get it there. But I wasn't really selling it. And knowing that I could, I was like, no, no one ever told me this.
I know,
Now
right?
yeah,
Yeah. Like here we are going to Pottery Barn or wherever trying to get a 20% discount and make a living.
right.
Yeah. Good.
So it just opened up my eyes, and it kind of gave me more control
Uh-huh.
for what I'm getting. And also that fear in doing the presentation, asking for everything up front and standing my ground. Uh,
Yes. Good.
that has subsided because I mean, although I didn't do like a SOW for like my some of the people who call back, and I'm doing my first one now. When I did my first one, I was like, look, this is it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's why I
Take
tell everybody it's worth every penny.
Oh, good. Yes. Oh my gosh. No kidding. And the headaches that you save. It's
Yeah.
just crazy. Oh, Felicia, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, it has been such a pleasure. Can you